Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this whole video, we're going to look into Aries Sun, Moon, and also Aries Rising weekly general tarot reading August 23rd up until August 29th, 2021. And should you guys be interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And if you do enjoy the content here at the channel, give a like and subscribe for the channel and hit the notification bell. So with that being said, let's jump into the Aries reading. And the very first card you do have Aries, that will be the King of Swords, followed by the second card, which is going to be the Hierophant. Then what we do have, that will be the Four of Wands here, and then the last one, the last prime card, there are going to be four more cards. Okay, so that will be the Three of Swords, and it will be a roller coasting type of a week by the look of those cards, with a possible major problem solving at the very start of the week that is going to take place. And that problem solving thing, or problem solving process, is going to be flabbergasting process as well. Many of you wouldn't believe how easy it is to solve these issues, especially with the appearance of that individual here that we do have, which is the King of Swords, and it is catalyzed by the Page of Pentacles. So we do have these two cards. Okay, these people, they are very intelligent, and also they do have a lot of resources, but not as a material resources. Their resources are intellectual resources. What I mean is that they do have connections, they do have position, they do have influence, they do have a power. And the manifestation of that individual in your life is going to be it's not a partnership, it's more like a counseling. Okay, so that individual is going to counsel you, or at the very least is going to give you an advice that there are some aspects into your life that you are giving way too big of a devotion into, that are simply not as big as you are making them to be, and they don't worth that much that you are investing into them. And so if you do listen to their words, if you do listen to their advice, then you will be able to redirect resources from one thing through another, and through that careful analysis that you will be able to put with the King of Swords in there into your domain, career-wise and even relationship-wise, things are going to start shaping up, and the strategy that you will be able to come up with is going to prove itself to be very effective. Now, there is one mistake that you can make here with the King of Swords, and that is to think that this person is a friend of yours. It isn't. Okay, this person is not a friend of yours. They don't give a dime are you going to succeed or not. To me, that pretty much looks like a professional help, like a marriage counselor or a marriage consultant, a business advisor, solicitor as well, lawyer, and so on and so forth. And once that strategy is created from the King of Swords, the Hierophant here takes place, and it is catalyzed with the Fool card. So we do have these two cards. Okay, and they pretty much divulge, and they pretty much speaks about the addressation, or where you do address the problems that you do consult with the King of Swords, and those problems are to be resolved within the framework of your already existing, not just only convictions, but as well civilization. Okay, so you will find yourself having everything you need in order to set your career stable, to set your love stable, and so on and so forth. Now, when we are talking about love, with these two cards, it's highly likely for you to start interacting with a person that you do already know. and it's going to be something like a test period, okay, where you are just going to recon the soil. It's something we say, where you're trying out, can you trust the person or can you not? Can that person be reliable to you, or can that person not be reliable to you? For with these two cards, and primarily with the Hierophant, the parable goes that you may love somebody as much as you want to, okay? But if you cannot have trust in them, and if you cannot find them reliable, or they are not reliable to you, just there is no point. It's a wasted love, because the relationship is never going to be harmonious as it should be. So the advice here is that you truly need to see, can you trust the person or can you not? And if you cannot, then probably it's not for you. But that is not my decision to make. Definitely, however, this week for you, Aries, it's not a week where you should look for a new enterprises, but instead put the efforts to fix the old ones, or to salvage the very least the old ones. And that is to take place with the Four of Wands here, catalyzed with the Lovers, and that is definitely a now physical resolution of your problems, career-wise and even relationship-wise, if you will. These two cards here are speaking that you are to find yourself in harmony with all you do, harmony into your career, harmony into your relationship as well. And once you do so, the concerns you do have, or you may have at that point, the concerns, is he or she love me or not, is this job stable or not, am I going to get promoted or not? All of your concerns and all of your thoughts that you do have, they are to start resolving themselves on their own accord, meaning that you will pretty much going to know how things are to develop from now on, and how much really it's worth, how much that person is worth, how much this endeavor is worth. And at that late stage of the week, you are truly going to find yourself addressing every single important detail, which will allow you to pretty much finalize a very, very important cycles of development. And usually with these two cards, those cycles are, or should I say, those enterprises are enterprises that you truly sweat for, okay, that you have placed a lot of effort in, that you toiled and it was difficult, and finally at the end you see it through. Finally at the end you are finalizing it here. But the common mistake with these two cards, it is when Tao thinks that the grand achievements, it's already completed, and Tao can just go for new stuff. No, it's not completed. With these couple of cards, that is just a level of completion. There are way more layers into the whole thing. Take it that way. Say we're talking about relationship here, and you want to be with somebody, right? And you have put a lot of effort so that to happen, and finally by the end of this week, bam, it's there, it's happening. That isn't the end of the tale. There is so much more to be accomplished. There is so much more to be taken and given from both of you, because at the end of the day, that's what love is, right? The game of giving and taking. And yeah, I mean, that commitment could go so much deep than its initial stage, especially with the Lovers here, because the Lovers pretty much points at that state that's if well, everyone has differences with another one. There are not two people that are equal, or rather, like, not equal but similar, so to speak, alike. And you will master the mastery here of making those differences to make you special for one another, instead to create a chasm or an abyss. And right after that, we do have the Three of Swords, which is going to be catalyzed with the Ace of Pentacles. So we do have a active enemies into that position. And at the end of the week, you can expect something out of character to happen here. And that will be a huge break, not in a good way, unfortunately. Most likely is going to be accompanied with a really disappointing news that is going to come around, which will make you think that the worst it is to happen out there, career-wise and even relationship-wise. Now, these two here are, I don't know even how to put it into words. These two here that are happening, it will make you think that you are with your back against the wall, and it will make you think that, you know, history repeats itself, but the worst history that it is out there. Now, important thing to be said here, it is that as they are minor arcana, that is just the very initial stage of the matter. Okay, and no matter how difficult the information is to fathom, no matter how painful the truth happens to be, one has to face it. In that particular case, you have to face it. And while it may be true that at that stage you're truly going to find yourself with your back against the wall, those two cards here are stating that you are going to be very good working under pressure and deflecting, you know, hits from the universe, so to speak. But the most important thing for you to overcome that state is not to pay attention to a mental cruelty, because there will be there, and it will be a lot of mental cruelty. So therefore, you can expect people to truly terrorize you with words. Okay, and you should not allow that to happen at all. Just don't allow these negative implements of thoughts to twist and tangle in your mind. So with that being said, Aries, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, August 23rd up until August 29th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.